Two. What's up, party people? Welcome to another edition of Sofa Hoops, live from the couch, from the love seat, from the sofa. It's Tawdry Beast and Ilee Coleman. What up, Ilee?
Hey, what's going on? Happy Martin Luther King Day.
Happy King Day. Good Reverend Doctor be rolling in his grave right now. If you saw how y'all was handling his business after all the work he did to get y'all here, but that's a whole other subject. I don't want to be, accused by the Reverend Jesse Jackson of talking down to black folks or nothing, but y'all ought to consider everything that man went through to get us where we are and what we're doing with that empowerment. It's not really looking that great, but, I'm not really a social, political kind of a commentator, so I don't want to get too deep into it. That's an opinion. We could be doing better as a people getting after this stuff, We're going to deviate from we're in the middle of doing our mid-season reviews, and we're going to take a moment to talk about the big game tonight, the game everybody wants to talk about. Our man Grizz hollered at us on the account, talking about, we was underestimating his Cavaliers and all that. You may be right, Grizz. We're going to see tonight what they got. But before we get into the big game, I just want to talk a little bit about, in particular, thanks for the words of encouragement and all your cats that's been hollering at us. And we just decided to finally do this, after our ill-fated social network. We wanted to do something to talk about the sport we love. And y'all been really responsive, and we're thankful for all the early support. And y'all keep subscribing to the channel and everything, and telling us what you think, and letting us know, if you want to come on the show or whatever, and we appreciate it. And I know a lot of people reached out about coming on the show. We're just getting our bearings, so give us a few, especially y'all Knicks fans. All the Knicks fans want to come on the show and complain about the Knicks or, whatever. So we got y'all, coming, and we're really thankful. That's about it. I mean, any of your people you want to shout out, Ilee, that came and talked to you about the show?
Yeah, just shout out to LeBron, shout out to Chris, shout out to Stu, shout out to Paul. Just a lot of folks that's just been hitting me, kind of, same type of thing, kind of saying, hey, you guys are doing a good job, kind of pointing out the things that we think about, but nobody is saying it, and so
yeah.
We get to put it out there and put it out there from the heart. It's not being said with the ill intentions of making anybody feel bad. It's just what normal folks who like the game sit around and what they really feel in their hearts. We're able to bring in and have a medium to be able to talk to them and say, hey, you know what, we know they got the replay, but we're seeing what you're seeing as well, too, and we're not bound by any commitments by anybody, so we can speak the truth and not, a third of the truth, or, let the other third go, two-thirds go out the door.
Everything and try to clean it up for y'all or whatever. I mean, our goal is to give a voice to the dudes that's joking about it in the barbershop, because I know y'all think we being funny a lot of times. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if we really try to be funny, but that's just how we sit and talk about basketball. We're not trying to do no propaganda and cover up what's really happening. Like you said, when you see the call happen and these dudes don't want to act like it even happened or whatever, it's like, I get that the NBA is selling a product. So we here over here on our little thing that we do and trying to keep the balance. We want y'all to know that us dudes who actually help y'all make your revenue, we see what y'all doing.
Yeah. Oh, well, no, before we go into it, man, big shout out to Mike Hayes, man.
Mike Hayes, our big cousin,
Mike Hayes,
holler at us.
Mike Hayes. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let's do the stuff that make Donnie proud, man.
Yo, let's talk real quick about some stuff that went on this weekend. I noticed that Dragic was conveniently out against Crazy Russ. I mean, why dudes be getting the flu when Russ is coming to town? Yo, y'all can't do that, man. That's the point to us fans, man. Y'all can't run with Russ coming to town.
Yeah, man, Dragic didn't want that headache, man. I can't blame him, man. Might want to be chasing Russell around, man, going through that nightmare. Let's just wait till he go back to the West Coast, man. He only come over to the East Coast once and play you, and then you go over there, man. Be like, listen, man, I ain't gonna go out there and mess with that headache, man. Probably wind up on Sports Center somewhere as a highlight that shows forever. He already, matter of fact, Dragic Dragic already got a highlight that's going to be shown forever when Derrick Rose dunked on him. Remember that?
Oh man.
Remember when Derrick? Yeah. So listen, man. He couldn't even hide his number on that one, man.
In one of the videos of what we're watching, we got another playlist on our site called What We're Watching. It's in one of those playlists where Derrick Rose just completely wilded on him. But you know what?
Yeah,
I'm gonna cut you a break because a lot of dudes is coming up sick when it comes to Russell and Steph Curry this year. And as a guard, I can understand, man. My knees hurt, and I get it. So I know what y'all going through, man. I would get sick on the first too.
Yeah, man, don't leave my man Kyrie out, man. I know you anti-Kyrie, but
no,
man, Kyrie's starting
on the offensive end of the floor. I think he's a fantastic dude on that offensive.
Yeah. Hey, man, the things he do with that ball, man. And listen, playing guard all my life, man. You know, man, you know the difficulties of when he makes a nice move. You know the level of difficulty it is, man. And that's why he got that ball on the string, man. And I nicknamed him STP, something to prove. So. I just love it. So
man. I mean,
that's my favorite for the Cavaliers.
As a Duke player, he definitely got something to prove because those dudes, man, they hurt all the time or they mediocre, and he's trying to break the Duke mold and not be hurt all the time or mediocre. So he's definitely not mediocre, but he got the hurt all the time part on Smash. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see if he can hold up for the rest of the season with his bum knees. Him and LeBron both looking a little sluggish this year. Not a huge drop off, but they both looking like a little sluggish in the knees this year. On another note, this weekend, Timmy and Dirk Nowitzki went at it for the 90th time. That's ill to be in the league that long when you go at somebody 90 times. I mean, Timmy, as usual, gave him the business, but I'm not knocking Dirk, but it's just like a little different breed. Tim, Mr. Fundamental, he just gave him the business. Like Dirk was doing some stuff like he's seen it a million times. Like, come on, Dirk, you can't get that.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. You know what? Both of those dudes are Hall of Famers, man. But Tim just got a whole bunch of stuff with him personally. Plus, he got an entourage coming with him, with Dirk. Dirk is bringing a spoon to a gunfight, man. He ain't gonna win that one, man.
Yeah, but I'm pleasantly surprised by the Mavericks, man. Like, I thought they was gonna be much worse than what they are right now. So we'll get into that when we do our midseason review of them. But I gave them a little credit, and back to Tim and them. I mean, they rolling, and we're gonna do their midseason review too. They rolling right now. They doing what they do. Pure D, fundamental, good basketball. Anybody can be out there. They just do what they do, and I love watching it, man. Whether y'all dudes think it's corny or not, I know I'm an older cat, so I actually like watching basketball like that. And I definitely enjoy watching Timmy give Dirk the business.
All right, Tony, let's get to what's going on tonight.
Hold on, one more thing. I want to shout out a couple more people in the league this weekend, though. Yo, what's up with the Nuggets? They trying to act like they got a pulse lately. Yo, shout out to the Nuggets for I thought y'all was on life support. Y'all trying to act like y'all really want something right now. Y'all got a pulse.
Hey, man. Shout out to Gallo, man. Gallo's on my fantasy team, man. Yo.
You saw the big dunk by Moutier?
Huh?
Dunk by Moutier this weekend? Moutier went in there on him. He looked a little Derek Rose.
Really? You know what? And that's my bad because I didn't catch that. And I just put him on waivers, man. Which I don't know why I did that, man.
Yeah, DJ Jay had dropped him early in the season. He picked him up and dropped him. And
I need to get it back.
We talking fantasy. Yo, and speaking of fantasy, what's up, Will? You was hot for a second and you fell off, son. Yo, our fantasy league is hilarious over here. Yo, we got major trash talk going. We got 2 spots open for next year if somebody's really interested in playing fantasy people. Our league is funny. Anyways, another shout out to big young boy on the Pacers for really starting to turn up and look really good. Miles Turner, that kid is getting after it. I like what he does. And my other young boy shout out is my man Trey Lyles on the Jazz. I can't do an episode without picking up the Calipari dude. So Trey Lyles looking good right now with the black hole favors out of the lineup. Mr. Injury black hole, he injured or he eating planets over there. Like you never see the ball again if you throw it to him. And he took a slide back too, so you better watch it. you better watch it, Derek Favors. Like Trey Lyles is looking good, and he spreads the floor. So you gotta be careful. One other thing I want to throw out there, because I'm a Lakers fan. Yeah, I know. Y'all can get at me. All y'all that want to clown on me, y'all can get at me about being a Lakers fan right now. But the funny thing about this weekend was, Kobe Bryant, which was, even when Kobe is doing something good, it's like a underlying selfish motivation. And I say that being the biggest Kobe fan in the world, but I love the fact that, like, he knew he was, like, real close to Jerry West and on the second all-time on the assist. And Kobe was like, yo, man, I may not even get another shot at this. I'm just going to go out here and get it out there. Kobe had 9 assists. Like, when the last time Kobe had 9 assists? But he was trying to get that record, yo.
Yeah, I think his arm probably tired from lifting all them shots and missing, That's like taking a punch and missing, That takes a lot out of you. So Kobe probably was like, you know what? Hey, I think he's just going to cruise. His numbers are going to be what his numbers are going to be. He's already etched in and where he's going to be, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's absolutely, look, man, for all y'all haters, and look, man, I get why y'all got a little thing with Kobe or whatever for all kinds of different reasons. But look, man, absolutely top 10 all time, and I'm one of those people who feels like top 5 all time because of the same reason I love Russell Westbrook, man. Heart counts and drive and determination to win count. You always want these fluffy dudes, these nice guys and all that. I'm not a fan of that style. And I like dudes who trying to rip your heart out every night. That's why I was a Lakers fan for a long time. I never was like Larry Bird, but I have the utmost respect for the fact he's trying to rip your heart out every night. These soft dudes now that they want to be nice and they want to be everybody's friend, that's boring. So y'all give props and respect to Kobe on his way out and stop beefing. Like, the dude is on his way out, he's leaving. Stop. It's over.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a Kobe fan, man, but to be truth be told, man, I'm getting sick and tired of seeing Kobe, man. I wish he would just ride up into the sunset, man. I hope he could retire before all this stuff changes.
He's going
I love Kobe, man. He's a competitive man. He's like mini Michael Jordan, you know what I mean? You can't go against what he's done. Even if you love him, hate him, whatever, you can't deny him. But they shoving Kobe down the throat now, man. I'm like, yo, listen, I can't watch 82 games of him going into somebody's arena and everybody waving by. Somebody throw an apple at him or something, you know what I mean? He's a mistake, Kobe, go away. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see somebody else now, man. Like, it's getting ridiculous.
Kobe, man.
Huh?
Yo, good old Kobe's back, man. Yo, man. As much as I can, as a very...
Come on, man. Is he number 8? Is he number 24?
I love
you. Number 32, 28. What is going on, yo?
Kobe B.
Number is tonight, man.
Kobe B. That's my dude. Get them assists and pass that record. He said, yo, I might not have a next game. I'm going to get this record. Like, see, Kobe don't leave nothing a chance. He's like, yo, I'm real close to that record. I'm going to go ahead and get it right. Yo, this is going to be a long show, damn. All right, look, let's talk about the big game tonight. I was already looking at some of the talk out there, and your man Kyrie Irving, he's claiming how it's going to be a big game and how they better than they were, the last time they played on Christmas or whatever, and and I'm gonna give the exact quote as far as what ESPN reported. It's like, it's just important for us to take care of home court. And he said, our fans are great. We're going to expect a packed house no matter what team is coming in. But the next few teams that are coming in are great teams, and we're going to make a statement. Okay, that's a big statement. Talk to me, Ilee. What do you think? You think they're going to make a statement? Or they're going to squeak by?
I think it's more of a game for the Cleveland Cavaliers to prove, because the last couple times out, the Warriors have come up victorious. You know what I mean? They won the championship and they won the big, the Christmas Day meeting. So, I have no doubt that Kyrie Irving is coming in with something to prove. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's gonna want to show that, look, I'm back, I'm ready to go, and he wants to cast doubt in the minds of the fans and even in the Warriors that listen, I'm going to be formidable when you have to see me later on down the line. But, I mean, the Warriors are definitely going to come into play. They're not going to lay down like they did against Detroit. You know what I mean? They're going to have their ears perked up. You know what I mean? Yeah, we only lost 3 games. And for example, if I'm in a boxing match, right, and I beat you twice, I already took your belt and everything like that, you're really not a big deal to me. I don't care what everybody else says. Like, whatever. I done did it before. I can do it again. Whatever.
Yeah,
I
took that 20 a few times. And the thing is that the swag that the Warriors is rocking right now, like, they up for this game. So it's going to be a good game. But because the NBA can get a little WWF, like, and I didn't say WWE, I'm going old school, WWF. Like, they're going to try to make it interesting for the Warriors, in my opinion, because, and this is the benefit of not being associated with the association. We can speak for real. They're going to try to make it interesting with the refs and all that because they want this to be a marquee matchup where you're excited about it for the playoffs and all that. So they would really like, as a product, they would like for the Cleveland Cavaliers to win this game. And I'm not making no pre-excuses for the Warriors. I'm actually trying to throw it out there to say, look, Warriors, y'all got to get after it tonight, and y'all got to beat them tonight because the league would like for the Cavaliers to win. Like, it makes it more interesting for their brand.
For real. I think that, I believe in, in Donnie, man. Like, I after watching certain games and so on and so forth and watching the whole LeBron factor, I want to see if there's 2 people that is going to be telltale signs for me tonight on how they're calling the game. 2 people, if they put Klay Thompson and Draymond Green, 3 people. Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Iguodala. If those
they're going to put them in foul trouble
early, if they put them in foul trouble, then the fix is in, man. Because, those are, Steph is the one they really come to see, but those other 3 really wire the engine, man. You know what I mean? To keep the engine.
Yeah. That's the heartbeat of the team. And
man.
And my thing is too, and I was listening to Bert and Ernie this morning, and Bert said something smart. Like, he was like, they really don't have a solution for my man Sean Livingston. I mean, Sean Livingston is a problem for a lot of teams.
Right.
That second unit is a problem, and when you got look, man, I actually really like Dellavedova. He's all heart, but come on, man. And then, the second unit game is going to be rough for the Cavaliers because with all those funny role players and all that, I mean, who's really stand out on the second unit that, you can count on to do much of anything? I mean, JR you never know what's going to go with JR from night to night. It's like the Warriors' second unit is formidable in a way that other teams can't really match up with. And then, as I mentioned in our midseason review, and Grizz got at me about a couple of things about his team, and I feel you, Grizz, but you got to admit that your team, man, they have a lot of defensive lapses, and Kyrie is really all about the offensive end of the floor. I mean, I ain't saying he got to be like all-world defensive guy, but he don't really be standing in front of his man, and then, Dellavedova is overzealous, and then you got J.R. Smith being ignorant and punching people in the face. And I think they just got some things they got to consider when they're going against a team like the Warriors or the Spurs. All the predictors out there, the prognosticators, all throwing in that, and I believe that's even your opinion, that the Cavs are going to pull it out tonight. I got a different take on it, as usual. And I think that it's going to be a good game. I think everybody's going to be wired, but I think the Warriors are going to pull it out because they just lost a couple games, and they probably lost those games out of boredom. I can't, if I'm winning like that, honestly, I can't get up for the Nuggets and Pistons. It's like, I'm bored to death knowing I even had to make that trip.
I actually think it's going to be, I got the Cleveland Cavaliers pulling it out today. Because their well has been dry a little bit on the Warriors, and like I said, I think it's more of a big game for them than it is for the Warriors. You know what I'm saying? But Iman Shumpert might be a factor in this game. Not by scoring a lot of points, but being able to be on the defensive end. But I gotta give my man JR a shout out, man, because a lot of people dismiss JR got skills. He is. I mean, you can't just dismiss this dude. This dude gets buckets.
I don't dismiss JR at all.
I think JR's skill sets are, when you use them right and you keep them engaged, JR is a weapon that few teams have in their arsenal, man. And it's just that I think at times, they just got so much over there that the way they utilize it is wrong. You know what I mean? Everybody on their team are ball patters. They're ball patters. They're rhythmic players.
Yeah, they rhythm.
Yeah, they need the ball. Like, they don't cut and pass and all that. Right. They don't pass and cut and all that. What they do is they make the spectacular play on the pass, or they're, I got to dribble before I shoot. You know what I'm saying? And so that makes it kind of tough, and it makes it, but I think they got a lot over there on that side, man. But people discount that, but they got a lot on their team.
No, they got a lot, but here's the problem, man. And I'm going to try to keep it light, because I'm not trying to go all in on him today. But, on LeBron teams, he tries to turn everybody into some kind of spot-up shooter, man, and to fit that thing that he likes to do. So if everybody's got to be a spot-up shooter all the time, and you got dudes on your team, and even the dudes that really work well as spot-up shooters, he doesn't feed that as well as he should. So, and again, I'm going to get back into the other thing again, the X and O game, they could have really benefited by not doing mutiny on the bounty with Black's concept early on when he first got over there. He wanted to run kind of like a motion offense. That could really run, a motion-style offense could work really well for those guys. But you got too many ball patterns, man. They don't like moving the ball. They want to highlight dribbles and all that, and then Kyrie's out there doing highlight dribbles, and then, of course, LeBron tries to mimic that because he's like a sponge for that kind of thing. Like tonight, he's going to be trying to dribble like crazy and shoot threes because Kyrie's on the floor and he's playing Steph Curry. That's what he does. Like,
what I think he need to do is he need to be with a foot in the paint, man, because Iguodala got that number, man. Iguodala got that number, man. And the only, man, he got a distinct advantage free throw line down. And if he ain't taking advantage of that, man, he's crazy, man. I mean, he scores. He in that series when they played for the championship, his numbers were outrageous because everything he did was free throw line down, and they can't do nothing with that because he's so big.
Yeah.
I need to know also, they need to be playing Markdoff a little bit more, man.
Nah, but see, the whole league is running around because of the Warriors on some small ball thing, man. And then it's just another one of those teams. Like I said, it's like the Thunder. These dudes is committed to this, like, random, all over the place play. And again, when it gets down to the wire at the end of the game, and you don't have any kind of commitment to any kind of a basic play structure that you're running, it gets hard to close games out, man. It just does. And we've seen it throughout time, in particular with teams that's LeBron. We've seen it throughout time with the Thunder. Like, when it really gets to crunch time, I don't know what these dudes are doing out there.
Superstar got to make the play.
Yeah, make a play. Yeah, and
that's
that stuff going on with James Harden, and he's dribbling all over the place, and it's like, getting good coaches fired because they don't want to buy into crazy ball. You know what I mean? And the NBA is loving all this random running up and down street ball. For some reason, I guess that's part of my daughter's generation. What is it? The Y generation or whatever the hell they call it. They like this kind of running up and down, just all over the place, like you in the park. The whole reason I watch pro basketball is because it's not the rougher. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And sometimes watching James Harden out there, it's like you watching the rougher. Like, where's the ball play? Where's the motion? Where's the passing?
Yeah. And I agree with that, man. I don't want to go on into the Rockets because that's a whole nother phase.
I'm talking overall in the NBA.
But as far as the Cavs and the Warriors go, another big thing that I got to gripe about is it me, everybody, or when you look, they instituted this replay, and now they got the replay center and everything, and they're supposed to, close calls, they go in there and they look at it and they say, wow, okay, maybe we missed the call. How is it that before they even go to replay, you can tell who the ball went out on or who traveled or whatever, but now they got to go look at it. And then they go look at it, and everybody in America is like, okay, that's off so-and-so, it's clear as day. And then they come back with another call, and I'm like, how do you do that? How do you do that? Yeah. Somebody should be fined for that, man. Like, we should be able...
But that's why they give out such heavy fines about when somebody criticizes...
That WWF stuff you talking about.
Because they get real uptight if somebody criticizes what's popping off because they don't want anybody looking at that. And, y'all can dismiss the whole Donahue thing if you want, but, he ain't just sitting up there telling complete lies. Something in there is true.
I know, man. I know.
About it. So,
man, I just get tired of them Rodney King-ing me, man. You know what I mean? Telling me that I'm my head is swollen, but I don't know that. I don't know how they beat me in the head, man.
Yeah, like the whole LeBron only gets fouls by the third quarter, and it gets a little crazy sometimes. But we fans, so we're gonna watch it, and they know they got us over a barrel. But look how it worked out for the WWF, man, when they changed over to WWE and just started telling people it was staged. They still making their money. I think that the league needs to have faith in the fact that if you just let the ball be basketball, you don't gotta ram people down our throat. Like for a lot of years there, y'all was like promoting LeBron, like we gotta love him. I don't have to love him. Like, stop telling me that. I like other teams and other players. Like, I'm not a big fan of it. Just like back in the day, I wasn't a big fan of the Jazz. But I understood I liked the team. I wasn't a big fan of the Celtics. They was just ramming it to my throat like, you got to like Larry Bird. I don't want to like Larry Bird. I respect him. I just don't like him. Y'all get to a place
I just want to see, man. I just want to see more teams. I want to see the Warriors on TV more, man.
Nah, man, they try to make us pay for that on that league pass, man.
I know, man. I'm just putting it out there, dude, just in case when they keep going fan nights and they want to show me, the Nets versus the Nuggets or something like that. And I'd be like, really? What fan in America decided, you know what? That's the game I want to see. Nobody.
Like tonight's game is only on because it's LeBron and the Warriors, and it's on a holiday. It's a holiday. And so other than that, we wouldn't even see this game normally. I mean, I'm in New York and you in Tampa. I mean, they only play games that you say, oh, this is the fans' pick of the week. I'm like, who picked that?
Mhm.
But in any event,
yeah, man, I'm glad this is a good talk today, man, because we're on different sides of the coin. We both agree that it's going to be a good game. You're picking the Warriors, which is my team, but I'm picking the Cavs to win today. I'm going with Kyrie Irving having a big game today, and it's going to be good, man. It's going to be good, even if the refs go in and do what they do. I mean, I hope they don't have Mark Davis calling the game, man, because I don't like Mark Davis, man. I think he's a horrible ref, and I think he needs to go back to Little League or something like that, but
here's my prediction. My prediction is LeBron going to yell at refs all night and not get a tech. My prediction is LeBron ain't going to get his first foul to the third quarter. My prediction is he's going to beat the hell out of everybody who's guarding with his offhand. My prediction is that he's going to, hit his numbers. And, my prediction is that Draymond Green and Iguodala is going to do everything they can and not be happy. I think Steph is going to do what Steph do. I need Klay to come up big right now. I know that Klay is averaging 20-something a game, but he's been having a mediocre season. I think he needs to step it up. And I think that they're going to squeak out I think it's going to be a good game. I think the Warriors are going to squeak it out because I just don't think people can do the math. And especially the Warriors, man. They get flustered in funny situations. And Kyrie and LeBron out there arguing and not really being on the same side of the fence about things. And, I think that at the end of the day, the thing that keeps the Warriors. Wow, that's a real misquote. What keeps the Warriors popping is they have a real team group chemistry, like love for each other for real. A lot of times, I don't even know if Kyrie and Kevin Love and LeBron even really like each other. They be
you know what? I think also the Warriors gonna have a problem tonight with my man El Loco, man. He is gonna. It's hard keeping the body on El Loco, man. He is gonna offensive rebound and get these dudes multiple possessions, you know. So that's gonna be a problem for them as well.
Man, I believe in Ilee as a big Aussie, man. I don't know if he's gonna have no big night on the board. Man. He gonna do what he do.
And I just want to say this too before he get out there.
Him and Kevin Love the only ones over there who really get after the boards anyway.
Yeah.
So he'll probably have okay numbers. But
he have big rebounding numbers. He always does. But I want to put it out there that we have come up with the phrase for the Warriors, can't do the math. Just in case you hear it somewhere else, we know that
that's all. You can't do the math. We're trying to
can't do the math on them. That's why they win. Can't do the math.
So that's that's our longest episode ever, man. I guess we getting comfortable. We're running long. So here's what we're gonna do. You know, we're gonna shout out. I want to shout out a couple of things that people who actually support me in terms of my website and everything. IK Multimedia, they do some real good products for music and beats and all that. You know, that's my thing. And also Sony Creative Software. If you go to my site and you hit the affiliates page, they got some really dope products for like making music, making movies. I really like what they're doing over there. And also, you know, on my site, if you're coming to New York, you got to check out the 9/11 Museum. For New Yorkers, it's really a sentimental thing, and I just want to shout out, like, you know, go and visit the 9/11 Museum and see what we went through over here. Don't forget that happened. It's not like it just disappeared. It happened, and you can't just stick a new building on top of it and act like it ain't happened. When y'all come to town, make sure you get down there and check it out. There's a thing on my site. If you click it, I think it gives you a decent little price on tickets or whatever. And also Saturday, I'm gonna be on radio in Dallas at 89.3 FM with my man Easy Eddie D. We're gonna be talking hip hop on the Knowledge Drop show around, I don't know, somewhere around 8 or 9 o'clock Central Time. I'm going to be out there. That's 89.3 KNON, Easy Eddie D. And as always, don't forget Ilee's book situation. You got the hot books popping. Talk to him, Ilee.
Yeah, I got the new one dropping, man, called A Breath of Fresh Air. It's chronicling some time dealing with the Fresh Air Fund based out of New York City. Big shout out to the Fresh Air Fund program, a great organization where inner city youth get to go and spend time with, you know, in a country setting, man, and see something other than those concrete blocks, man, kind of broaden their horizon. So the book talks about that. Also, on my site, I got the book that landed me on ESPN Outside the Lines called The Bogeyman, True Confessions of a Golf Addict. It's a comedy based upon how I got started swinging the golf sticks, how somebody from, you know, the projects of New York City find his way to the green and what he thought and what he looked and the different people I met along the way. So pick up those two joints. You'll get a laugh.
Yeah, man. And this week I'm playing Will in fantasy. I'm scraping you this week, Will. I'm coming for you, son. So get ready. And also, if you're looking for beats, don't forget our resident beat maker, DJ Nola J. Hit up on our website or whatever. I think it's DJ Nola J at Gmail. Hit her up, and she might have some beats for you. They're gonna cost you, but she might have some beats for you. So that's it. That's another episode live from the couch. We're looking forward to the game tonight. If our old behinds got any juice left, we might do a show after the game to talk about it. We're gonna see how we feel tonight. Looking forward to the game. Looking forward to your comments. You know, subscribe, write in, tell us what you're feeling, and we definitely get some of y'all to come on the show and express yourselves, because y'all been coming at us pretty hard behind the scenes. Thank you again for the support. Word. That's it. That's all you gotta say, Ilee?
Yeah, that's it. Peace.
All right, peace.
Don't cheat.
Peace.